a resource that's available on the internet, which is so wonderful. It can answer all your questions regarding things found in the Bible. Um, I also went on there to kind of look up to see what I found, in there regarding what is said. And I find that not much of it that they promote, and I say, I mean, there seems to be some young people that have done videos about Jehovah's Witnesses that aren't completely truthful and are skewed based on their inability to adhere to Bible standards, in my opinion. So today I thought I'd share with you a little bit about how to find um, the jw.org site. If you're curious how to get in there, what to do, I found it to be beneficial when I'm looking for things like, scriptures, to see what's going on in the world. They have a lot of really good. They've got some really excellent Bible readings too that are awesome. Um, um, Videos. The conventions are on video now, and the other thing that's really interesting is that Jehovah's Witnesses wanted to comply with the precautions of not um, putting people at risk by exposing them to COVID. So they did not go to door at this time. But what they do is they found alternative ways of communicating with people: phone, friends, word of mouth. Uh, and also, what's really interesting is that it seems that the meeting attendance has gone up now that people are attending the meetings via Zoom. Um, the conventions, the weekly meetings, the Sunday meetings um, are all done now on Zoom. So people get a ID number, and then they use that number to log into the website. And then I have some videos actually of what my Zoom experience was, um, Bible study, but I haven't put them up yet because I hadn't set up my site for JW, because I do have a couple of other sites. I have one that's art. Um, I have another one that I translate the Mexican president, um, his videos and things that are going on in Mexico. I translate it to English, and I call that channel English AMLovision because his name's Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador. Now, typically, um, uh, and historically, and probably correctly, Jehovah's Witnesses do not involve themselves in political matters, voting. And one might say, well, what are you doing promoting or involved in the um, AMLO Vision channel, which is translating for a Mexican president to English? Well, I think it's the humanist in me that appreciates the humanist in him. And I know that this world has so many awful things, and there's very few good things. And to me, it's kind of like the Gandhi story, the Martin Luther King story. Um, I believe he's in that arena, in terms of how his goodness and selflessness and humanity is, being um, shown to the world right now. And even though, as Jehovah's Witnesses, believe that this world, this kingdom, and the kingdoms here, which will be governments, aren't going to be actually in control, forever, and that the world will actually become the kingdom of Jesus and God. Um, uh, they, I still believe that, in my opinion, I feel like in the meantime, it'd be nice to have a little less cruelty and a little more humanity and care for our human counterparts, our people around the world, even in the U.S. I feel that we are shortchanged in a lot of ways. We don't have um, uh, many of the things that are supposed to be a given. For example, healthcare or education, and um, it's all become privatized. And in Mexico, that's changed now. And but anyway, I don't want to get into politics, but I do want to say that the JW website has been very beneficial for me when I'm researching um, what's going on in the Bible, what's going on in the world, what are we to expect if you believe in the prophecies, and I do. Um, you know, and what changes, are we going to expect to see, and also what I need to do with myself in order to be worthy and to be able to do the right thing, when it comes to what God expects from me, and so forth. And with with Jehovah's Witnesses, they do hold you to a higher moral standard, and so it's. I've heard that Jane Fonda said once, when they asked her which is the right religion, and she said, "Well, Jehovah's Witnesses." And they said, "But why aren't you a Jehovah's Witness?" And she said, "I just cannot live up to their high moral standards." And it is, in this today's world, it is hard to live um, um, by Jehovah's Witness moral standards for most people. But you find that if you do live by the guidelines of the Bible, which are what they adhere to, your world, your life is better, because God wrote the manual for life for us, and that's what I see the Bible as a manual. Anyway, so let's go on and let me show you how to find the Bible and jw.org. So you would type jw.org in the search bar, like say Google or whatever. Okay, and there it is. And so now you would go up here. You could go to the library. Okay, let's check it out first. See, I already have it in English, and then I could log in and do a search of something. But so let's say I'm gonna go to home. Let's see what's there. Okay, so we have a protest answer. Is protest the answer? And you could go into any of these by just clicking to them, and then you can click on the button there, and it will actually play it for you, audio, so you don't actually have to read. Well, so let me see.
Is protest the answer? Jehovah's Witnesses, the publishers of this magazine, are politically neutral. Thus, while the following article reports on specific examples of civil unrest, it does not endorse one nation over another or take sides on any political issue.
Okay.
On December 17th, 2010, Mohamed Bouazizi...
Okay, so I'm pausing that. So that was what I was saying regarding the JW stance on politics, right? But it's interesting that was one of the topics that came up there. And the other thing, if you'll notice, these blue, anytime they make a reference to anything from the Bible, they will put it for you like this, and you can, it'll pull it up, and you can actually go to where it's at in the Bible, and see, they are no part of the world, just as I am no part of the world. And you can read what came before it, what came after, so you could see what the context was of whatever it is that you're reading. So you'll find that this is the case. Plus, there's all these other little um, marks, with the concordance, that you can research what the different um, other scriptures that relate to the same thing, or for example, here you can see there's other scriptures that mention the same thing. So that's how you come up with the answers as to what do they mean by this. You can compare and contrast one scripture versus another until you come up with your understanding of what something is. See, for example, here it has other uh, places that you could research. See, if I wanted to go there, it would bring it up here, and I could close it or leave it open. I could move them around. Let's do that. Let me show you. Say, for example, if I'm in the wrong place. Okay, if I do that, I can move it aside and then open up another one. Like if I wanted to compare and contrast them side by side, or leave them open as I study it and consider it. And I could just go to the part where it actually shows it in the Bible as well. So there's these really helpful style of learning and making it the most user friendly application I've ever seen, actually. So let's go to the newsroom. Let's see, newsroom. So this is what's going on in the world. This is Russia. Journalists, legal developments in Russia. And this is Russia, how they are imprisoning witnesses there, aggressive home raids. And, that's another thing. While they feel like they're destroying Jehovah's Witnesses, in effect, it just points out the fact that they must be the true religion, because otherwise there wouldn't be so much effort to try and block their light, or what they have to share. It would not be as important to, if you believe in Satan and the plan that they have, that it would not be so important to him to block the work of the witnesses if it wasn't really God's work. And as you notice, this is not the case with all religions. They aren't attacking all religions. It's the ones that actually are making a difference and are truly telling the truth about God and His plan, and ways to make your life better and stuff like that. So that's just another example. So let's go to the library. This is a very interesting one. So you can go online Bible, and then you can pick which Bible you want. And this is the Jehovah's Witnesses, but you can also go on there and pick King James Version, so that you can compare and contrast. On your phone, you can have multiple versions of the Bible. You can, if you download this on your phone app, you can have. I'm pretty sure you could do it here as well, although I've never tried having other versions. But you could open up different translations of the Bible. So one of the things, this would be like the newest one, the newest New World. It was the study edition. So let's look at what that looks like. Okay, let's open it up. And it looks like this. And then you would go to, say, this book. this chapter. Plus, look at here. You can see what would be in the chapters, right? Now, this is really interesting. Where is it at? So you could go chapter to chapter. Plus, you can also play it on audio.
Chapter 2. Thus the heavens and the earth and everything in them were completed. And by the seventh day God had completed the work that he had been doing, and he began to rest on the seventh day from all his work that he had been doing. And God went on to bless the seventh day, and to declare it so.
So you can see that as he reads, the paragraph that he's going to read is highlighted in yellow. And also that if you wanted to, you could go to the little marks here, the footnotes, the margin references. You can go and see what it says there. And see, like in Exodus it says this and that, and how, what does that mean? Like, why are they referring to these? It's because they're somehow related. You can find information to some of your questions in these other scriptures. So that's a very interesting way to do it. So I found this to be very helpful to me when I was researching things in the Bible. And also, when you're driving, you can hear the Bible. A lot of us don't take the time to read, but we like audio books. So this one here, this particular translation, I'm not sure if they've translated to or put in audio all the books, but I know that they've put quite a few of them, and it's a work in progress. Plus, I understand that they have over 2,000 languages, which they've translated into the material into, in order to be able to reach the entire inhabited earth is the plan, because that's one of the prophecies, that once the good news of the kingdom was preached throughout the inhabited earth, then the end would come, and they wanted to hurry up and come because it's not so good here. But anyway, so that's an example of that. So you could just, let's see, we can back out of here. Let's back out. So we could go to a different book. This is Genesis, right? We could go to a different one. Let's say I wanted to go to, one of these here, Revelation. I'm not really sure. Oh, it must be. There's something interesting about the blue ones, the ones that are in blue. Let's see. Appendix. There's something to do with these. I'm not sure what it is. Let's see. Okay, Joshua Online. Looks like it. I don't see, let me see if the chapters are already audio. Okay, so this one doesn't have an audio book yet. So you can see not all of them are done yet. But like I said, it's a work in progress, and I find it to be very beneficial. And so then they also have all these other areas that you could go into. And for example, in there's, like, we have conventions online. We also have, one of these days I'll put on a video of when we have our Zoom Bible studies. It'd be interesting for you to see how we actually do a Bible study, and we share the Zoom ID, and then we can put the video on, and we can raise our hand, ask questions, answer questions that they might have, or do Bible reading when they ask for somebody to read. There's just so much that you can do. Let's see, there's online lessons, Bible study tools. There's so much to learn on here. Let's see, what else do they have here on the front page? Bible questions, things that you might have questions about. attend meetings, request a visit, take an online Bible study lesson. That's pretty cool. And then if you wanted to watch a video, they also have cartoons for kids. Look at this, that teaches children. Let's see. Let's go a little bit bigger. So let's see.
What's wrong, Caleb?
I can't find my airplane.
I can see why. Do you know what will help you to find your things?
What?
By keeping your room neat and clean. Did you know Jehovah has a place for all his things?
Huh?
Like the planets. They're always moving, but Jehovah made them stay in their orbits so they don't crash into each other. Same with people. We all look different on the outside, but inside, Jehovah put all their bones and organs in the same place. Imagine if your eyes were on the bottom of your feet. Jehovah even keeps the animals clean. Look at these fish. They are cleaning the hippo. These birds help too.
I wish I had some animals to help me clean my room.
So do I sometimes. But that is why Jehovah gave you these, to pick things up with. When you keep your room clean, you are making Jehovah happy. And who knows, once your room is clean, maybe you'll find your airplane.
I found my airplane.
Okay, let's go outside and play.
Pretty cool, right? Anyway, I thought it was something that you can download it, you can share it with people, and there's still more stuff down here, all kinds of stuff. So you could go down and look at, different areas, or you could go back and look at all the different videos that they have for children, songs, activities. So these are things that are clean. They'll be clean. They're not going to have anything that's not safe for children. So I find it to be beautiful, the lessons that they show with this little boy Caleb, and I don't remember the sister's name, but it's just really cute. Okay, well anyway, I thought I'd share with you, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you have any questions, you feel free to ask in the description, and I'll be happy to answer your questions and show you what I know of this program. And feel free to ask. That's all I gotta say. I will show as much as I can of the information, and we still try to keep it people's privacy. We try to do that, but I did have permission from my friend to record our Bible study, so if you get a chance, watch that video. Have a great day, and we'll see you another day.